Hey guys, it's Becky. I am back with another process video. Today I'm going to be using some papers from Ellie's Studio. I do use 3 different lines: the Thankful, Love You More, and Everyday Moments. Just then I showed you that I was going to be using a sketch. It is from Creative Scrappers and it is sketch number 50. So I am going to use this dotted paper as my background. And then I am going to sit my photos on this paper from Love You More. It is called Love You. And that is what I'm going to use to house my photos. I'm going to trim it up just a little bit more. And then I am going to use just a small piece of a paper, this one right here from Everyday Moments, and it is called Numbers. Now I do keep all my LA Studio papers together. I don't know why. I have very little embellishments from LA Studio, and what I do have is just like random and throughout the rest of my stash. I probably should put everything together. I haven't done that, and I probably won't because that's going to take time. So I do use the back side of this paper, and I didn't show you what it was called, so I don't recall, but it is from LA Studio, and I use the side that is this grid. It is a cream color with a pink grid on it. I thought I would use it for journaling, but that is not how I end up using it. I am going to take out my Tim Holtz Distress ink and ink the edges of these papers, and also I am going to ink that doily you see sitting over at the right. I kind of want to change the color to blackish. These photos are of Adele, Brandy's daughter, and one is just a regular photo, and one has a ridiculous Snapchat filter on it. I'm not sending this one to Brandy. This one I'm going to keep as evidence of child abuse. I joke. It's okay. I joke. Because that Snapchat filter is not a cute filter at all. It's not cute. So I do put them on the same page. I think that Adele is so adorable. I'm going to go ahead and commit to where my papers are going to be. And it's just going to be this Love You paper with a strip of the numbers, and then the big piece that I was going to use for journaling, which I don't end up using for journaling. I end up using that as a spot for my title. As you can see, I cut that a wee bit smaller than I cut the other 2 papers because I didn't measure. I just kind of put my finger on it and guessed. Right here is where I'm going to put a piece of that doily coming out of the cute picture. And I'm going to go ahead and commit to the placement of that. And then I'm going to put down that Snapchat picture right there. You can see my overhead lamp thingy reflecting off of it. I'm sorry, I have not figured out a way to undo that, but I do need that bright light to be able to see, so I always keep it on. I usually try to swing it over to the side, but sometimes I forget. I'm going to pop this first photo up on some foam tape and kind of overlap it onto that Snapchat filtered photo. She's so cute. This is where I'm going to put that other doily, the other piece of that doily. See, I could have bumped that graph paper out a little further and made it flush with the other 2, but I didn't know I was going to put something in that area, so I didn't do it. I just kind of centered it with the first 2 pieces. I pulled out these wood veneer flowers, and I decided I would try and heat emboss one of them to see what it looks like. And so I used this pink, and I got this in a D-stash, I think. It doesn't have a name. I'm going to guess it's Stampendous, but I could be wrong. So I go ahead and heat emboss that, and it ends up being way brighter than I want it to be. So I will put another kind of a beigey color on it, which I thought was a beigey color, but it's not. It's actually a clear, because I wanted to tone it down a little bit. Here I'm re-inking it to put that beigey color on that is actually a clear. So this didn't work, and I don't know why, but when I am doing this layout, this one, it probably sat on my desk for 3 days, so I'd come in and work on it and I'd leave, and I'd come in and work on it and I'd leave, and I am married to these wood veneer flowers. I'm like, I am using these wood veneer flowers, right? So I keep trying to go with these wood veneer flowers. In the end, I do not go with these wood veneer flowers. So really, I guess I was married to the wood veneer, not necessarily the flower shape. That heat embossed one, I didn't like it anywhere. I will probably end up using that in a Project Life page. So I pull out some more wood veneers and try to put those around the page. I do use that happy that's under that Snapchat photo. I tried some that were printed from Lawn Fawn. No, Freckle Fawn. They didn't work either. They were like half circles. Right here I'm pulling out all these sequins from Spiegel Mom Scraps. I am going to cut this out because I just pick out these darker ones that are from this pack. So I cut that part out. I do use this wood veneer circle up there by the Good Photo, and it just says Bright Eyes. Tried out this LA Studio label. It doesn't make it. This Maggie Holmes Dream doesn't make it. What I did was I pulled out my pink box of embellishments and die cuts. When I get down to the bottom of a pack or whatever, I'll just throw them in a color-coded box. So that's what I'm going through here. This is an October Afternoon label I'm tucking over to the side, and I'm just trying out other random bits of pink. Here I wiped everything off. Started from scratch basically. I do use this freckled fawn frame that says XOXO at the bottom, and I backed it with a Maggie Holmes tag with a heart that says Love You. I found these other wood veneer hearts. They're kind of, well, these two are just kind of hearts that I put down right there, but I do find another wood veneer heart that has a scalloped border, and I will use that over to the left hand side of the page. Right here I'm looking for something to back these hearts with, and I end up going with some vellum. Right here is where I'm looking for something else, and I found this vellum, so I just glue them onto this vellum and then cut them out around this shape. I do cut away, and you won't see me cutting them out. Right there I committed to the happy. I went ahead and glued it down because I knew I wanted to use it. That's just where it's going to stay. Sometimes I have to do that, or I will just move things around indefinitely. We'll just keep moving them around. So right here I'm going to put a little bit more foam tape underneath that frame because it's kind of sagging in a little bit. That wood veneer of the heart is not quite as thick as the foam tape I used on the other portion of the frame. Right here I'm showing you these alpha dies, and I cut out the title, Does This Filter Make My Head Look Like a Potato? Yes, Adele, it does. It really does. Now, looking at this, I really need to work on my spacing. And you've seen this in my videos from the past. My spacing with alphas, not good at all. I need to work on that. Right here is where I put that scalloped heart down, and I also backed that with vellum. Here I'm showing you my stays on. I'm going to stamp the date on that October Afternoon stamp, and it is May 13th, 2017. And I'm going to tuck that back where it was. And then I'm going to put just a little bit of foam tape under the edge to kind of pop that side up on it. I'm putting those sequins back on the page, and I'm also scattering around a couple wood veneer flowers, and then I am going to cut away and glue those down. I don't know what sequins pack this is from. It was from Spiegel Mom Scraps because I did get, I want to say 3 packs. Everybody keeps using them. I'm like, well, I want to try them too. So I did, but I only got like 3 packs. And I never used them as a group in a pack. I always just pull one specific color out of the pack, so I don't even know. It's nuts. Okay, so I am going through these freckled fawn stickers and thinking, trying to see if there's anything else I want to add to the layout. And I decide I do not want to add anything else to this layout. I'm always afraid I'm going to ruin it. I like this. It's really cute. I don't want to ruin it. So I'm like, I'm done. There it is. This is my final layout. Thank you so much for joining me, guys. And I will see you next time. Bye, guys.